Coming in. Hello and welcome to the game where it's not just about finding the right answer, it's about finding the best answer that counts. We've got 4 contestants ready to play. They are Ewan, Chelsea, Mandy and Gav. Only one will make it through to the final and prove themselves unbeatable. Let's play round 1. In this round, the contestants will play individually to try and add as much money as they can to their own personal bank. The best way to do that is to find the unbeatable answer. First up, it's Ewan. Hi, Ewan.
Hi, Jason.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dundee.
Oh, lovely. And what do you do up there?
I work as a dentist.
You're a dentist, OK. Well, let's see if we can be the ones to put a smile on your face, Ewan, with your first question. Which of these comedy double acts' combined heights is the greatest? Morecambe and Wise, Reeves and Mortimer, Hale and Pace, the Chuckle Brothers, the Two Ronnies, Cannon and Ball. This is according to the IMDb. Not really a question that you can revise for this.
No, to be honest, I don't even know who Hale and Pace are.
OK.
So that's...
Sorry, fellas. That's showbiz. The unbeatable answer is, of course, up there, but if you can't find it, you just need to find an answer that you know can beat some of the others.
I think I'll go for Reeves and Mortimer.
Let's bring those 2 down. OK. If you're suddenly feeling confident and you fancy it, it can be worth £1,000 if you press that buzzer and Reeves and Mortimer turn out to be the tallest of our duos. If not, though, you will go through to the next round with nothing. Your time to decide starts now. Never going to happen.
Not at all.
Well, look, let's still try and win you some money. Are there any duos up there that you think your answer can beat?
I think we're taller than the Two Ronnies.
OK, let's bring the Two Ronnies down. We'll put them head-to-head, and we will find out whose combined height is the tallest. Fingers crossed it's Reeves and Mortimer. Yeah, there you go, £100. Good man.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
OK, so you can decide to take that £100 to the next round, or we can go again.
I think they're probably taller than the Chuckle Brothers as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Chuckle Brothers.
Let's bring it down.
I'll go for that.
To you, to me, the Chuckle Brothers. So, are Reeves and Mortimer taller than the Chuckle Brothers for £200? Yes, very good. Now you've got to think.
I think Reeves and Mortimer are taller than Morecambe and Wise, but am I... Yeah, I think they're taller than Morecambe.
You fancy
and Wise.
one more?
Yeah, I think we'll go for one more.
OK, holding his nerve. Morecambe and Wise. Who's tallest? It's worth another £100. Yeah, it was worth it. Very good. So your £300. Is there another £200 up there on the board? Are you willing to risk it?
I haven't a clue who Hale and Pace are. And Cannonball, I think they could have been quite tall. I don't really know.
Just not sure.
So I think I'll stick.
You'll stick with that. Fair enough. £300, pretty good. OK, let's find out if you did have the top answer. Was it worth £1,000? Let's find out. Reeves and Mortimer, let's pop back up there. You did. You had the top answer. Worth £1,000 if you'd have pressed it.
Oh, wow.
They are the tallest. They have a combined height of 11 feet 7 inches. Right down to the Two Ronnies in sticks, who have a combined height of 10 foot 7'5". So you could have gone unbeatable, but you didn't. But you still get yourself £300.
Cheers.
Can't grumble. See you in the next round.
Thank you, Jason.
Let's meet our next player. It's Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi.
Where are you from?
I'm from Leeds.
Leeds, lovely. And what do you do?
I'm a fancy dress designer.
What a brilliant job. That sounds great fun. And what about hobbies? Anything you're interested in that might help today?
Yeah, I'm an aerialist.
Trapeze and...
Trapeze, hoop, lollipop. Not a very good one.
No.
But the world's okayest one.
The world's okayest one. So I imagine somebody who's willing to take a risk?
Yeah, definitely. I'm willing to fall to my death, so...
OK. Well, it's not that kind of show. OK, let's see what your first question board is. Which of these politicians was born most recently? Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, Boris Johnson, Angela Merkel, Leo Varadkar and Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, it's not Joe Biden. Boris Johnson's in his 50s. I don't think it's Vladimir Putin. It's either Justin or Leo, but I don't know who either of them are.
Well, there is an unbeatable answer up there, but there's also an answer that you could pick that just needs to beat some of the others to win some money.
OK.
What are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson, born most recently. If you think Boris Johnson is unbeatable, it's worth £1,000 if you press your buzzer and you're right. But if not, you go through to the next round with nothing. Okay. Your time to decide starts now. No. OK, let's have a look. What could Boris Johnson beat on that board? We're looking for people who are older than Boris Johnson. I'm going to go Joe Biden first. Joe Biden, got to be worth 100 quid of anyone's money. Here we go. Let's find out. Yeah, easy start. So you can go into the next round with £100, or you can try and double it and grab another. What do you think? I'll go for another one. I'm going to go Vladimir Putin. OK, let's bring that down. We need Boris Johnson to be younger than Vladimir Putin for £200. Yes, very good. £200. What a great start. What do you think? I'm gonna go for it. Angela Merkel. Go for Angela Merkel? Yeah. OK, let's bring Angela Merkel down. It's worth £100 if you're right. If you're wrong, you will lose your £200. Yeah. We need Boris Johnson to be younger than Angela Merkel. Yeah, very good. You were right to go for it. So you got £300, you're riding high. Are you confident enough to take another punt, or is that where this ride stops? I have no idea who those two are, so I think I'll stick. You're going to stick? Stick. OK, pretty good. Well done, Chelsea. £300, take it into the next round. Boris Johnson, let's pop you back up there. Leo Varadkar, the Irish PM, was our unbeatable answer. He was born in 1979. Canadian Justin Trudeau was 1971. Boris Johnson, your answer was 64. Angela Merkel, 54. Putin, born in 1952. And Joe Biden, 1942. So once you'd picked Boris, you actually had a perfect game. You won yourself £300. So well done. We'll see you in the next round. Let's meet our next player. It's Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Peterborough at the moment, but I was originally born in London. Oh,
right, lovely. And what do you do for a living?
I teach bra making and I sell bra making supplies online.
There's a lot of jokes there.
I know there is. Sadly, I don't come from Bristol, so...
Oh, look at that. Mandy did the better joke. Good work. So, let's have a little look at your question board then, Mandy. Mm-hmm. Which of these sitcoms was set furthest in the past? Dad's Army, Blackadder the Third, White Gold, Heidi High, Cradle to Grave, Upstart Crow.
For me, it's a toss-up between Blackadder the Third and Upstart Crow. I think I'll go Blackadder the Third. All
right, let's bring Blackadder the Third down. If you think Blackadder the Third is unbeatable, your button is right there waiting to be pressed. It's worth £1,000, but if you're wrong, you go through to the next round with nothing. Your time starts now. Oh, wow! Amazing!
You're only young once.
Fantastic. So we've got our first unbeatable button pressed. Is it worth £1,000 in the next round, or will Mandy be bra-strapped for cash? OK. So we'll start bottom of the pile, White Gold. We need Blackadder the Third to be set further in the past than White Gold. Let's find out. Very good. White Gold was the 1980s. Right, Cradle to Grave's next. Let's find out which is set furthest in the past. Yeah, lovely, nice and easy. 1970s. Heidi High's next. Was it set further in the past than Blackadder the Third? We hope not. Yeah, lovely. 1959. Next is Dad's Army. Let's find out which is set furthest in the past. Of course it does. Well done. Dad's Army, Second World War. So, you definitely picked one of the top two answers, but Upstart Crow was the other one that you were unsure about. Mm-hmm. Tough one. It's worth £1,000. Which is unbeatable? Blackadder the Third or Upstart was Upstart Crow.
Yeah, I could picture it, but I couldn't quite.
Blackadder the Third is 1811. It's 1820. So let's have a little look on the board. Upstart Crow was our unbeatable answer, 1592 through to white gold, as I said, in the 80s. Mandy, unlucky, you were brave, but on this occasion, it didn't work out. See you shortly.
Thank you.
Let's meet our final player. It's Gav. Hi, Gav.
How you doing, you all right?
Not too bad at all. Where have you come from today?
London.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a driving instructor.
Driving instructor in London?
Yeah.
Crikey, you're taking your life into your own
I've
hands
moved
there.
out of London now.
Oh,
I'm
OK.
a bit more out in the sticks a little bit now.
Right, fair
Moved
enough.
up in the world.
Yeah, of course you are. Well, let's see if we can move you further up in the world
Yes,
after
please.
today's show. Who's at home willing you on today?
My wife and 3 kids.
Lovely. And if you won the money, what would you spend that on?
Myself. I mean, my kids.
Finally, an honest player. That's what we're after here. Let's get your question board up. Which of these 6 ranks in the British Navy is the lowest? Commodore, Vice Admiral, Lieutenant, Rear Admiral, Captain, Commander. Know anybody in the armed forces?
My brother-in-law was in the Navy, and he's probably told me all of these, but...
Of course. You weren't listening, were you, Gav?
in here out the other, I'm afraid.
We're looking for the lowest rank.
I'm going to go for Lieutenant.
OK, let's bring that down. So we're looking for the lowest rank. If you're confident, it's worth £1,000. The buzzer's in front of you. But if you're wrong, you go through to the next round with nothing. OK, so we've gone with Lieutenant. Can it be any up there? It's worth £100 for every answer that you can beat. What's your first one?
Vice Admiral.
OK, let's bring that down. Sounds pretty high up, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's hope it is. Yeah, Lieutenant takes it. £100. You can take that into the next round or you can plough on.
I think I'll go again, Jason.
Go for it. What are you thinking?
Well, seeing as Vice Admiral's up there, I think I'm going to go for Rear Admiral.
Let's go Rear Admiral. Come on down, Rear Admiral. Which of these is ranked lowest? We want it to be Lieutenant. It's worth another £100. Smashing. Your logic's working up to now.
So far.
What do you think? £200 into the next round, or can you carry on?
I'm going to go for Commodore.
Commodore. All right, come on down. It'll take you up to £300 if Lieutenant is lowest. Best of luck. Yes, very good. There's 2 left. Captain and Commander. Are any of them ranked lower than Lieutenant? Or have you got a better answer?
I'm going to play it safe for once in my life. Stick with the 300 that I've got so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Congratulations, £300 for you, Gav. However, did you have the unbeatable answer? Let's pop Lieutenant back up there and see where it fits. Oh, again. Lieutenant was the best answer you could have found on the board. It was unbeatable. It was worth £1,000 if you'd have pressed your buzzer. Gav, you still take £300 into the next round.
Good.
All right, see you
Thanks,
shortly.
Jason.
What a first round that was. We had 2 players who had unbeatable answers but didn't press it, and one who didn't have one who did. Let's have a look how that affects the money. So, Mandy currently in bottom place with 0, Gav and Chelsea and Ewan all together with £300. Now it's time for round 2. In this round, the players will go head-to-head. Now, before the show, we drew lots to decide the order of play if the money amounts were tied, and that means, Ewan, you get to decide which one of these 3 you fancy facing in this next round.
I think I'll pick Mandy to compete against.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. OK, wow, it's fighting talk. It's Ewan versus Mandy. Let battle commence. Ewan and Mandy. It looks all smiles at the moment, but is Ewan being truthful? Has Mandy set a booby trap? We'll have to find out in this next round because it's a game of survival. The first to win 2 question boards will send their opponent home with nothing. You'll both face the same question board and take it in turns to answer. Just as before, we want you to find the unbeatable answer, but if you're not sure, just find one that you think can beat your opponent. So, in the red corner, we've got Ewan. In the blue, it's Mandy. And here is your first question board. Of these 6 countries, which will have the largest population by 2099, according to the UN? Nigeria, Madagascar, UK, Sri Lanka, Brazil, Nicaragua. Ewan, you get to pick first.
I'd like to select Nigeria, please.
OK, let's bring Nigeria down. What about you, Mandy?
I think Brazil.
Brazil, OK. Let's bring Brazil down. OK, you've both chosen an answer, but do either of you think it's unbeatable? If you do, it's worth £1,000, but more importantly, it's worth the first board. 2 boards sends you through to the next round, so you'd be halfway there. But be careful, because if you press it and you're wrong, you hand it over to your opponent with £100. So, which will have the largest population by 2099, according to the UN? Nigeria versus Brazil. Do either of you feel unbeatable? Wow, Ewan's gone for it. So, Ewan, let's go through this one by one, and hopefully you've bagged yourself £1,000 and the first board. First up, it's Nicaragua. We're looking for biggest population by 2099, according to the UN. Is Nigeria unbeatable? Yes, well done. 8 million, they suspect. OK, next up, Sri Lanka, which will have the largest population by 2099. Ewan is hoping for Nigeria. Mandy is hoping for literally anywhere else. Is Nigeria unbeatable? Yes, very good. Sri Lanka was 15 million. UK's next. Let's find out. Does Nigeria beat the UK? Very good. 78 million. Next up, Madagascar. We're looking for highest projected population by 2099. Ewan's hoping for Nigeria. Let's find out. Is Nigeria unbeatable? It is. Fantastic. So you were both right here. The top 2 answers, Nigeria and Brazil. Ewan, you weren't sure which one, but you went for Nigeria. Mandy, you went for Brazil. Should you have pressed your unbeatable button? So one is projected to be 732 million. The other is 180 million. Has that affected your confidence there, Ewan?
I know that Nigeria's got the fastest growing population in Africa.
OK.
But Brazil is a big country.
Well,
I'm not sure Nigeria could catch up.
Does that make it unbeatable? It's worth £1,000. It's worth the first board. Is Nigeria unbeatable? Yeah, congratulations, well done. There's £1,300 in the back, but more importantly, the first board, and you are one step closer to the next round. Let's have a quick look at the answers. So there they are, all in order. And the only one I didn't tell you about was Madagascar, which was 100 million. So, Ewan's 1-0 up. So, Mandy, you have to win these next 2 question boards to go through. Here is your next one. Of these 6 film genres, which made the most money at the UK and Irish box office in 2019? Horror, romance, comedy, animation, musical, sci-fi. This is according to the BFI. So we're looking for which made the most money.
I'll go with sci-fi.
Sci-fi, OK. Coming down, sci-fi. Ewan, what about yourself?
I think I'll go for musicals, please.
OK, let's bring musical down. If you think you've chosen the unbeatable answer, it's worth £1,000 if you think you're right, but Mandy, if you are wrong, you'll be sending Ewan through. Ewan, if you're wrong, you'll make Mandy draw level. You've got 3 seconds to decide. Starting now. Didn't fancy it this time, guys, no? OK, well, let's battle this out one answer at a time. First 2 answers wins the board. It's worth £100 for each one you get right. So, musical versus sci-fi. Which made the most money at the box office in 2019? Let's find out. Sci-fi wins it. First battle to you, Mandy, and £100. Ewan, you get first dibs now. What do you think? Horror, romance, comedy, animation?
I think I'll choose comedy, please.
OK, let's find out. Mandy, what are your thoughts?
Animation.
Animation. People taking the kids along and whatnot, maybe? If Mandy wins this, she draws level. Ewan, you need to win this to try and win this board. Which made the most money at the box office in 2019? Very good. Animation gets it. Draw level. Let's have a little look at the answers. The unbeatable answer was animation. Really? Then comedy, sci-fi third, horror fourth, romance fifth, and musical was actually the bottom answer, Ewan.
Very beatable.
Absolutely. We've started, and we're almost finished for one of you two, and it's all down to this question. Which of these 6 English monarchs had the shortest reign? William the Conqueror, Elizabeth I, George III, Richard III, Charles I, Edward I. Ewan, you get first choice.
Richard III.
Richard III. OK. Mandy?
Maybe Charles I.
Charles I. OK, come on down, Charles I. OK, you've both chosen your answer. If either of you suddenly feel that you've got the unbeatable answer, the button's in front of you, ready to be pressed. It's worth £1,000, but it's also worth your place in the next round. Right or wrong, you'll be going through or you'll be sending your competitor through. Your time starts now. Ewan, what happened?
I've got this feeling that he was the one who was dug up in the car park, which makes me think he didn't survive as king very long.
Let's see. It's worth £1,000, but you could possibly have put Mandy through to the next round if you pressed that button too soon. So, let's start with George III. We're looking for the shortest reign. Let's find out. OK, we're off the mark. Well done, Ewan. 59 years, George III. Elizabeth I. Shortest reign. We want it to be Richard III for Ewan. Mandy wants it to be Elizabeth I. Here we go. Very good. 44 years. Next is Edward I. Richard III versus Edward I. We're looking for shortest reign. Fantastic work, Ewan. 34 years. OK, Charles I is next. Ewan needs Richard III to have had a shorter reign than Charles I to guarantee himself a place in the next round. Otherwise, he's just handed it to Mandy. Let's find out. Well done. 23 years for Charles I. William the Conqueror. It all comes down to this. One of these is the unbeatable answer. Ewan, you need it to be Richard III. Mandy, you need it to be William the Conqueror. Shortest reign. Best of luck. Oh, well done. You were right to press it. £1,000, but more importantly, a place in the next round. How does that feel, Ewan?
I'm relieved I know more about English history than I thought I did.
OK, let's have a little look at the board. Richard III was 2 years, and William the Conqueror was 20 years. Right through to George III with 59. So that means, Mandy, we've got to say goodbye.
Oh,
It's been lovely having you here.
thank you. I've had a really good time.
I'm so pleased you've been looked after.
Thank you.
Take care. Ewan, though, very, very brave. Let's see if your risk-taking continues in the next round. £2,300 Ewan takes through to the next round to face either Chelsea or Gav. Who will it be? It's time for Chelsea versus Gav. So here we go, head-to-head, Chelsea versus Gav. As you saw in the last game, It's all about a battle of survival to see who plays Ewan in the next round. Let's have a little look at your first question board. Of these 6 languages, which is spoken by the fewest people in the world as their primary language? Russian, Japanese, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Hindi. Now, before the show, we drew lots to decide the order of play if the money was the same, and that means, Chelsea, you get to pick first. The fewest people in the world as their primary language. What are you thinking?
I'm torn.
OK.
I'm gonna go Russian.
OK. Chelsea's going Russian. Gav?
Portuguese.
Portuguese, why not?
Why not?
OK, let's bring Portuguese down. Sounds like a bit of a guess from the pair of yous, but the unbeatable button is right in front of you. If you press it and your answer is unbeatable, it's worth £1,000 and the first board. Your time to decide starts now. So now we will battle it out one at a time. Each answer you get right is worth £100. 2 battles will win you the board. We've got your first choices, Russian versus Portuguese. Let's find out which is spoken by the fewest people. Russian wins the first one. Well done. 1-0 up to you, Chelsea. You're very close to winning this first board, and you bank yourself £100. Gav, you get first choice. You need to win what's left on here to win the first board. There's a lot of noises coming out.
There is.
Gav.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
None of them are the answer.
English.
English, OK. Let's go with English. Chelsea, back to you. Can you find an answer that beats English?
Hindi.
Hindi? OK, let's bring Hindi down. Hindi versus English. If you're right, Chelsea, you'll win the first board. If not, Gav is still in with a shout. Let's find out. Hindi versus English. It is Hindi. Well done. So you win the first board, but did either of you have the unbeatable answer at any point? Let's have a look. It was Japanese. Japanese as the unbeatable answer, Russian second, Portuguese third, Hindi fourth, English was fifth, and Spanish spoken the most out of our 6 choices. So, Chelsea, almost by default, you get the first board and £500 is in your bank. Gav, you need to win these next 2 question boards to see if you can face Ewan in the next round. Otherwise, you're going home, pal. Here is your next question board. Which of these people, all known for their distinctive hair choices, was born first? David Beckham, Joanna Lumley, Jennifer Aniston, Richard Madeley, Billy Ray Cyrus, Farrah Fawcett. What do you think?
Well, I'm torn between 2, I won't say which. I will go for Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Lumley. Let's bring her down. Chelsea, what are you thinking?
It's a complete guess now. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Go on down, Billy Ray. Who was born first? Do either of you think you've got the unbeatable answer? You've got 3 seconds to decide. You've gone for it, Gav.
That's it, really.
I guess so. Well, look, mate, it's worth £1,000 if you're right, but more importantly, it keeps you in the game because if you're wrong, you've just sent Chelsea through. Let's find out if Joanna Lumley is unbeatable. We start at the bottom of the board with David Beckham. Who was born first? Yeah, of course it is. Beckham's 1975. Next is Jennifer Aniston. Who was born first? Of course, 1969. Billy Ray Cyrus. So this is what, Chelsea, you went for. Let's find out. Who was born first? It was Joanna Lumley. So you certainly had a better answer than Chelsea, but was it the unbeatable answer? 1961 for Billy Ray Cyrus. OK, Richard Madeley's next. Ageless Richard Madeley. But let's find out if he was born before or after Joanna Lumley. Well done. So Richard Madeley was 1956. Let's bring Farrah Fawcett down.
No, that's not.
One of these, Gav, is unbeatable. One of these is either keeping you here or sending you home. One was 46, the other one was 1947. There's a year in it. Is Joanna Lumley unbeatable? Yes!
Blimey.
1-1, you clawed it back. Fantastic stuff. There's the board. Joanna Lumley, born first. David Beckham, the youngest. And that brings you to level. Chelsea, you are so close. One of yous is going through, and it's all down to this final question board. Of these 6 planets, which has the lowest average temperature? Neptune, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Earth. Chelsea. We're looking for the unbeatable answer. Lowest average temperature.
Gonna go Neptune.
Coming down, Neptune. Gav.
Because I like the band so much, I'm going to go for Mercury.
Mercury, OK. Let's bring Mercury down. You've both chosen your planets. You're 1 board each. If you think you've got the unbeatable answer, press your buzzers. If you're right, it'll send you through. If you're wrong, you'll be sending the other through. Which has the lowest average temperature? Wow! Chelsea's gone for it. It's worth £1,000 if you are right. Let's find out if Chelsea is out of this world or if she's fallen into a black hole. Here we go. Venus. Neptune versus Venus. Which has the lowest average temperature? Chelsea. You need it to be Neptune. Let's find out. OK, great start. Well done. Next, it is Mercury. This was Gav's choice. We're looking for lowest average temperature. Let's find out who was right. Very good. Neptune takes it. Earth is next. We're looking for lowest average temperature. £1,000 riding on it for Chelsea. But more importantly, a place in the next round. Is Neptune the right answer? Yes, very good. 2 left on the board. Mars is next. Does Neptune beat Mars? Let's find out. It does. Congratulations. So, Jupiter, come on down. Neptune versus Jupiter. One of these answers is unbeatable. Gav is praying that it's Jupiter. Chelsea is desperate for it to be Neptune. It's worth £1,000 to Chelsea and a place in the next round for either of them. Let's find out. Is Neptune unbeatable? Yes, well done. The right thing to do. 2 boards to 1. Let's find out the answers. Neptune was the unbeatable answer, right through to Venus in 6th place. Chelsea, you are going through to the next round. Well done to you. Gav.
Oh, no.
Oh, lucky, Gav.
Cheers.
It's been lovely to meet you.
It's been great, actually. Thank you.
All the best, mate. Take care. Chelsea, you are going through to the next round to face Ewan with £1,500 in your bank. It is time for round 3. Whoever wins will play for their bank in today's final. It's time for Ewan versus Chelsea. So here is how it works. You guys are going to take turns to answer. The first player to find the unbeatable answer wins the board, and the sooner you find it, the more money you will bank. The first to win 2 boards wins the game. Here is your first question board. Of these types of seafood, which was most commonly caught by UK fishermen in 2019 by weight? Crabs, haddock, cod, anglerfish, herring, whelks. This is according to the UK Sea Fisheries Annual Report. Ewan, you have banked the most money so far. Can you find the unbeatable answer?
I'm going to go with herring, please.
OK, let's bring herring down. If it's unbeatable, it's worth £1,000. and you win the first board. Let's see if herring is unbeatable. Wow! Incredible! OK, so one board to you. Let's have a little look how they go for those fish fact fans out there. Herring is our unbeatable answer. Crabs is second, right through to anglerfish in 6th place. So, 1 board to 0. Here is your next question board. Of these Australian states and territories, which is the largest by land area? Victoria, Northern Territory, Tasmania, New South Wales, Australian Capital Territory, Queensland. OK, you've got first choice here, Chelsea. So we're looking for largest by land area.
I'm going to go with Queensland.
OK, let's bring that down. If it's unbeatable, it's worth £1,000, and it draws you level with Ewan. If not, you've left a gap, and Ewan could swipe in. Let's find out. Is Queensland unbeatable? Unbelievable! What is going on with you two?
Damn.
1-1. Wow. £1,000 going into your bank. Let's see how the other answers stack up. So Queensland was the largest and was unbeatable right through to Australian Capital Territory in last place. So the scores are tied on 1 board each. Whoever wins this next board is going through to the final and the loser is going home. Good luck to you both. Here it is. Which of these criminals was born most recently? Ned Kelly, Gilles de Rais, Blackbeard, Bonnie Parker, Dick Turpin, Billy the Kid. Ewan.
I'll pick Bonnie Parker, please.
OK, coming down, Bonnie Parker. If it's unbeatable, worth £1,000, and you're through to the final to try and win your bank. If it's not, though, Chelsea has a chance to steal. Let's find out. Is Bonnie Parker unbeatable? Oh, my goodness! Absolutely incredible. So 2-1 on the boards. Ewan's going through. This is how the answers stack up. Bonnie Parker was 1910. Billy the Kid was 1859. Ned Kelly was 1855. Dick Turpin around 1704. Blackbeard around 1680. And Gilles de Rais 1404. Chelsea, what can you do about that? You got served some of your own medicine in a way there, didn't you?
No.
Well, Chelsea, you've been a great player. Thanks so much for playing.
Thank you.
Ewan, you're taking £4,300 into the final.
Crikey.
Let's see if we can win some money for you. So, an epic show brings us to the final. And Ewan, crikey, what a player.
Cheers, thank you.
You've done so well. Now, your bank currently is £4,300. In this final, you could win half that, all of it, or even double it. It all comes down to one final question. But this time, we're going to show you the answers first. Mel B, Duffy, Dido, Cheryl, Stormzy, Jamelia. So the answers remain the same. It's the questions that change. Here's your first question. Which of these musical artists has had the most solo UK top 40 hits? And here is the second question. The birthplace of which of these musical artists is furthest north? Your face is incredible right now.
Pop music is not my...
Pop music, not your thing?
Definitely not my thing.
For every person who makes it to the final, one question is easier than the other, or certainly more guessable than the other, should I say.
Yeah.
So, have a think.
I'll pick the birthplace with the musical artist who is furthest north.
OK, fine, let's get rid of that one. Tough one if you don't know the actual artists. Best of luck, mate. This is the final. Now, as always, Ewan, we want you to pick the unbeatable answer. It's up there.
I think Cheryl was from the north of England somewhere.
OK.
And to be honest, I think the rest are all from London. But that can't be right. Basically, my geography goes Scotland, the north of England, London.
Yes, I think a lot of people's do.
As far as I'm concerned. So I'll pick Cheryl as my unbeatable answer.
Cheryl, come on down. So, first up, half your pot is up for grabs. If your answer can beat 2 answers up there, you need to beat both of them to take home half your pot, which is £2,150. But if you lose either of the battles at any time, you leave with nothing. Who's up first?
I'm fairly certain Stormzy's from London.
OK.
So
Let's bring Stormzy down. Is Stormzy from London? Is he from further south than Cheryl? We hope so. Very good. One more to win £2,150.
I'm torn between Duffy or Dido. I think I'll pick Dido, please.
Dido, OK. Dido, come on down. We need Cheryl's birthplace to be further north than Dido. It's worth £2,150. Come on. Yeah, very good. So you've done it. Half your pot is yours, £2,150. Have you grown in confidence now you've played it a little bit?
No. So, I mean, previous rounds, I had nothing to lose, but now I've got something to lose, and it's not insignificant at all.
It's not pennies, no.
No. So...
£4,300 up for grabs if Cheryl can beat two more on the board.
But I feel like I've almost used up all my luck today. So I think I'll very, very happily take the 2,150.
Yeah?
Yes, I think that's...
Look, it's a brilliant amount of money. It really
Thank you,
is.
Jason.
£2,150. Ewan has called it a day, but just for fun, let's play this out. Who would you have gone for next?
I would have picked Duffy next.
Duffy next, OK. Let's bring Duffy down. The birthplace of which of these musical artists is furthest north? Would Cheryl have beaten Duffy? Yes, she would have. Who would you have picked next?
I would have picked Jamelia.
Jamelia's next. This would have been the full pot, £4,300. That would have been an incredible amount of money.
That would have been good. Oh, but I don't know if I'd be able to stand the tension.
Should we do one more?
Let's find out.
Let's find out if you had the unbeatable answer all along. Mel B, come on down. It would have been worth a staggering £8,600 if Cheryl would have beat Mel B. Let's find out. Oh, mate, you had it. What a shame.
I'm delighted with my...
Of course, of course. On another day, that would have been double somebody's pot. It's fantastic. Let's resolve the board so you can see where everybody's from. Cheryl's Newcastle, Mel B's Leeds, Duffy is Bangor, Jamelia Birmingham, Dido is Kensington, and Stormzy is Croydon. Oh, easy when you see it, though, isn't it?
No. Still wouldn't have known.
Still wouldn't get it right tomorrow. Fair play. Ewan, I hope you've had a lovely day.
I have very much. Thanks, Jason.
Congratulations. That's it for today. Join us next time on Unbeatable. Oh, mate, fantastic.